angle, by the way.
The angle's great. I usually leave a little bit extra at the beginning and the end for Patreon cuts. They're usually slightly extended, so I leave in some preamble and shit. But yeah, it's funny you asked how's my eye. Clean break. Um, it fractured the orbital and my nose bone at the same time, but it grew back like fine, so I didn't need to get surgery, which was pretty dope.
Huge. That's sick.
But if
Oh,
I
There's
lay
al-
on my
it's
back,
always a butt.
There's always a fucking butt.
when, when I lay on my back now, my left eye goes lazy.
Wait, what?
I was like,
What?
yeah.
For real? For real?
I was talking to a buddy on the Zoom, and I was like just laying in my bed, and he's like, "What happened to your eye?" I was like, "What do you mean?" And then I just like looked at it, I'm like, "Oh," and it just like darts right into my nose now.
Oh my god, dude, I'm so sorry.
It wasn't you who kicked me. I don't like, you know what I mean?
No, but it's as a result. It's due to us being a thing that this even happened, right? Like,
Well, I'm pretty sure
there's-
it's due to me being too much of an asshole when you guys did a hate breed cover,
fair enough. Yeah.
and then standing right on the side of the pit, drunk as fuck with no glasses on.
I
You know
mean,
what I mean? Like,
we've all been there.
yeah, but if you don't want to get wet, don't go in the deep end, right?
Oh, 100%.
So
I'm using that
I'm
saying
just-
from now on.
For
I've
yeah,
never heard
I
that
always
one
say if you
before.
don't want to get splashed, get out of the fucking splash zone, right? Like,
Yes, and this could be used exclusively for all hate breed covers now. So there you go.
yeah, I'm just glad I didn't like have to lose an eye or anything. And like telling my mom, she was so pissed off. And I tried to explain to her, like, you don't understand the kill death ratio here is really good. Like, I've been going to shows for a long time. Like,
I
one
did great,
broken
Mom,
orbital.
trust me. I made it out
Yeah.
okay.
It's like,
This could have been
this
much
could have been
worse.
so much worse.
God, that reminds me
Yeah.
of like all the crazy pit injuries that I've had when I was a little kid, because I was just always a menacing little fucker, and then I would come home with like some sort of facial injury or laceration, and my mom would always be like, "The fuck is wrong with you?" And I'm like, and I would give the same thing. It could have been so much worse.
There was always another guy that went through much
Yeah.
worse. There's always that one other guy. And if you're the worst guy that night, like you get the worst injury, like I guess it's like kind of like an award, would you say? Like, is that something you brag about?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Now when you're older, you're like, yeah, I got fucking smoked.
Right.
But
Just making
say
sure.
love you.
The I want to know if I want to say it's the author. Used to be an Ontario hardcore band that would their vocalist carried like a sledgehammer on his back for like the ending song, and whoever pitted the hardest got
Whatever
the
this is,
sledgehammer.
I'm unaware, but this sounds incredibly sick. I want to hear more.
Yeah, it was super sick. He would just like let them hold the sledgehammer if they were the hardest mosh that night. So that was cool.
Oh, that's pretty.
That's like some tyrant shit. Was like they used to throw the football in the middle, then whoever came out with the football got free merch, but everyone got fucked up. Sangasuga Bob does it now.
What do they do it with? What's their gimmick?
They do like they threw the football in the middle of the pit, and then like you hold on to it, but then just everyone would tackle you and beat the living shit out of you. And then if you still have the football by the end of the set, you get a free thing of merch, which I feel like is a ripoff.
If you don't even get injured by like physical contact, just the body odor alone in that situation must be menacing.
Speaking of odor, I can smell your fucking feet through this.
Oh, hey, these are fresh Nike dry fits, should you know.
Can confirm I don't.
Nothing
smell
dry
it.
about that. Nothing dry about
Obviously,
those
I'm
socks,
biased,
boy.
but I can't smell it. I can't smell feet.
Patreon exclusive content right there.
Oh,
Signed to
geez,
our
well,
OnlyFans.
Here we go.
Oh,
Now, if I want to talk about
like you want feet content, we got you. Oh my god.
nobody paying for the videos.
No.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
just for the
All
record,
right.
anybody wants those socks have been in 3 cities today. So if that interests you at all, Patreon exclusive right here.
I'm a little interested. How did they get into 3 cities in one day? It's
I mean, I was staying over at the girl's house that I've been seeing for the last little while, and she lives in the city. And then I had to take a detour over through Markham today, and now I'm in Whitby, where I live. And
I hope those socks were clean before you went to see her.
they were. I came with fresh socks because I'm still trying to impress her. I haven't gained security yet. I'm still working on it.
Not wearing the same
I'm still,
fit 2
I'm still
days in
at
a
that
row
phase of the
around her.
relationship. So like, even seeing like the one sock still has like the little shadow of dirt on it, I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, let's get talking about you guys.
Okay.
Fair enough. Okay.
We
Well,
can both do it. I'll go first. Then
we're
you-
doing it like MTV, like fucking
Yeah,
Headbangers Ball style. Yeah.
Oh, this is fucking sick. I just realized a headbangers ball. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
yeah.
quick question, Nick. You're a little quieter than Dylan. Before we get too far in,
Yeah, I can
Can you put-
I can turn up my input gain a little bit. How does that feel any better?
yeah, and then yourself, Dylan. Want to mic check me?
Yo.
Golden.
We're good. Cool.
If you need me to turn up anymore at any point, just let me know. But this mic, unfortunately, is not as good as that one, so that might be a problem. But we'll
Okay.
see. We'll see.
Want to do the intro thing now? Sick. All right.
Yes.
What's up? This is Dylan,
And this is Nick, and we're from the band Pneumonia Breath.
and you're listening to an exclusive listen of our new song, An Angel into Dirt, off our new record, exclusively on Not Just a Phase.
Double exclusive. I love that.
Yeah, redundancy, baby. That's what we're talking
Yes,
about.
double negatives. That's where we live.
I like the I like that you guys both did your names. That's fucking hilarious.
I was just thinking like straight up at like Headbangers Ball. Like that was literally what I was thinking in that moment. Like how would like we were like sitting on a fucking whatever they would have done back in the day, sitting on like a barrel, like the two guys, like, hey, what's up? It's skis, and I'm here with or
Fucking
whatever.
Josta going out.
This is this new track from a band called God Forbid. Is it Yami or Yami?
Anyways,
That's actually pretty good impression.
it wasn't too bad, surprisingly.
Wasn't too bad. I'm gonna do the intro because I cut all that shit in later. Then I'm gonna introduce you guys and say something like, "And welcome to the show," and then we'll be rolling.
Sounds
Cool.
good.
Perfect. Sounds
see
good.
if I can do it all in one shot here. Ladies and gentlemen, trans and non-binary punks of all ages and denominations, welcome back to another episode of Not Just a Phase, and thank you for joining us in our 5th season. If you're new here, let me get our plugs out of the way really quick. Occasionally, I tweet some nonsense on Twitter at NJAP Worldwide, and we are online at notjustaphase.net. We're also on Instagram, Tinder, Bumble, Threads, TikTok, Substack, and most importantly, Patreon at Not Just a Phase Worldwide. There's bonus content, video, podcast, news, behind the scenes stuff on the Patreon. You can join for free, or you could choose to support the expansion of the podcast and the blog spot. Would be appreciated if you can. I had to stop to cough. Shout out to our partners in Blockamodia, who are the gentlemen from Modula Lunar. They are a video editing team, so make sure to check them out for your video editing needs and check out their band as well because they rip. And as always, if you're looking to get onto the blogspot or podcast or have any press inquiries at all, please send us an email to notjustaphase@gmail.com. And just before we get to our show today, a word from our sponsors. Hopefully there's like 2 minutes of paid bullshit here, which would be really nice.
That would be very nice. Yeah.
I was about to cut
On the
into
audio
like,
podcast
Viagra gets you up when you need it most.
For fans of Pneumonia Breath, Blue Chew when you just can't. All right, now get into you guys.
All right.
So today we are speaking with Dylan and Nick from the Ontario metalcore act known as Pneumonia Breath. And just to start, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not a massive metalcore fan anymore. There are thousands of bands doing metalcore, and a very small handful of them that I fuck with. So it's a very rare pleasure for me to chat metalcore with any bands on the show in general, which means I consider them highly exceptional. This band has breakdowns that hit like an 18-wheeler. They got riffs on riffs on riffs, sinister vocals, and a wild energy to them. So if you are into metalcore or any heavy music and you haven't been bumping Pneumonia Breath, then you've been fucking up big time. All right, now we can finally get to the show.
Sick.
Thank you for joining us, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for the beautiful introduction. It's the nicest intro we've ever had.
Yeah, I mean, whenever we get the non-derogatory metalcore pass, I think we all kind of pat ourselves on the back a little bit. So thank you so much. I mean, I guess that's any metalcore band's trajectory is just trying not to be derogatory metalcore, or should be at least.
Should I have said metallic hardcore? Would that have made you feel better?
No, because I don't even know if that's accurate. And what about
No,
you?
we're waving the metalcore flag. No, we're proud of it. We're proud of it. You know, we're waving the flag for it, and you know we want to keep it rolling the entire time.
Yeah, I mean,
And you're like the only metalcore band in like all of Ontario. So
is that even true? Oh my god.
I mean, I think we're like one of 1,500, but
I think I mean,
let's be real.
There's quite a lot. It's just a matter of like everyone's kind of doing their own thing. Everyone's coming from different places. You know,
let me rephrase: the only good metalcore band in Ontario.
Wow.
Well,
we
appreciate your opinion. Thank you so much.
Shout out to the 15 metalcore bands that just got pissed off listening to
there's again.
Oh, they're coming for you now, brother.
They're not gonna book us now. They're gonna.
That's all right. They probably don't know the show exists either. Not a big metalcore audience. But like I said, I fuck with a handful. Before we get to it all, though, you guys just want to state your name and what role it is you play in the band?
Yeah, for sure. I'm Dylan. Maybe not sing, yell words into a microphone in Pneumonia Breath.
I'm Nick Perovic. I'm a guitar player, and I do some backup vocals and among other things in Pneumonia Breath as well.
He riffs, straight up riffs.
So I've been told. Yes.
So we got the Breath from Pneumonia Breath, the man on the microphone with the vocals, and we got the riff master.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought you were going another direction.
I had no idea where this is going.
I thought you were going a whole other direction there.
Yeah, it was a little misleading. So be honest, guys, have you listened to the podcast before agreeing to come chat with me today?
I have actually. I love the episode you did with Connie from See You Space Cowboy. I haven't heard the stateside one, but I'm gonna check it out because I really dig stateside. And I feel like you guys have done a lot of like screamo, scrams kind of bands, which I know I have some homies that are really into that stuff. That's, I'll be honest, not really my thing. I'm trying to get into it. I'm starting to. So if you have a playlist, hook me up so I know what scrams music to listen to.
I do, and I feel like you'd be on the more metallic side of things, and there is a lot of bands that do have a lot more metal leaning in their sound.
Yeah,
and
I
the
like
stateside
that, like,
episode was sick.
And I love that sassy ass like screaming. Like I mean that's kind of been in a lot of, especially like the mathy side of things, and like in the early 2000s. So that's why.
Yeah, because we like, I mean, especially where we grew up, that was definitely, at least in my high school, very prevalent. Very mathcore bands. Like I mean, the Number 12 Looks Like You and Arsonist Get All Girls. I'm trying to think of some of the ones that you know.
Ooh, Arsonist. Haven't heard that name in some time.
Yeah, bands like that. So yeah, I mean that's
one of my beard hairs just grayed.
It's very sick.
Yeah, fair enough. We're high school. Were you guys from Ontario, right? Like
we are. Yeah, Pickering, Ontario. Both of us.
We went to different high schools in Pickering though, but we grew up in the same hometown. Not a lot of heavier music in our area. I feel like that's also why Nick and I became such close friends at a young age. Is
we just ran out of people to work with. That's all it was. Like there was just, everyone kept pissing each other off, and we were the last two, and here we are. We're still doing it. So, yeah, I mean, even to this day, there's no Pickering bands. Like, what bands are from Pickering?
no, there's none. I think there's one band called Please Stand By, and they're actually like a couple of people that we know from our hometown, friends of ours. But like, I think that's honestly that's the only band I can name off the top of my head that's doing anything in Pickering.
Yeah, no venues,
Yeah.
nothing like that. Like
No.
there's no scene in Pickering per se.
No.
That's so funny. I didn't know you guys had anything, and then I found out you had a hockey team, and I was like, "Oh, that must be what happens in
Pickering
Pickering." 'cause
Panthers.
That's
Panthers,
it. right?
Represent, baby. What we're talking about.
Yeah.
I played Pickering Panthers, but not like the junior A team. It's more
No.
like
Beer
AA,
league?
but yeah. I didn't make it that far. Let's be real. I found metalcore and then just went from there and making my personality.
That's good.
Yeah, that's usually the trajectory. Yeah, once sports failed, metalcore comes into your life just because. Yeah,
That fucking pipeline.
Yeah.
it
It's a
is
slippery
pipeline.
slope.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys listen to any podcasts in your free time?
Oh dude, we're like hard lore stands. We love that shit. Hard
Yeah,
lore.
we. I mean, both of us have been fans of Twitching Tongues and Harm's Way for a very long time. So when that podcast dropped, it was kind of a no-brainer, and we just both of us fell in love with it. And actually, has definitely been very much a catalyst of us being, especially more on the hardcore side of things. Because again, like we've been hardcore, we've been around hardcore, as long as we've been doing this. But maybe not necessarily the most knowledgeable because where we came from, not the most hardcore area. Definitely a lot more metal out in Durham.
Yeah.
And so we learned a lot of this stuff later. And yeah, getting all the extra history lessons and whatnot is sick on that show for sure.
And I think it's also just given us like I really appreciate the way that they still do things DIY, but they do play a little bit of the social game, like making cool reels, making fun content.
For lack of a better term.
For lack of a better term. And you can tell like if you watch it and you get to know them, like Colin and Bo, like they're obviously coming from the hardcore scene, like they don't want to just make cringy bullshit. Like it's actually stuff that has some substance to it. So it's been good to watch them, obviously just for their stories and how funny and entertaining they are, but also kind of get to know like what content is cool, what works in that realm, because I think like you've seen there's so many, don't want to like talk shit, but I feel like there's a ton of bands and different pods and whatnot that do a lot of I guess bait cringy shit that is just like really uncomfortable, and you're like there's no need to do that. I think there is a fine line of getting your stuff out there but still keeping it relevant to who you are.
Absolutely.
That's one podcast, yes.
That's one podcast. You could tell we really like it.
That's pretty much the only podcast that most people listen to. And if you're looking to create content, just kidding. No, but yeah, they got like the budget.
Today's sponsor. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just do a mid roll here. How clever. But yeah, they got the budget to make shit, which is really sick.
Of course.
It's always nice. It's always nice.
No, but again,
so,
anything that's just my last thought on that. Anything that kind of, broadens the horizons even just a little bit. Like I know hardcore is very, there's still a sense of inclusivity to it just because it's DIY and it's underground. But, getting the word out and like continuing it on from generation to generation. And I'm like, there's definitely a pipeline with that podcast that I think has definitely contributed to like, one of the factors in the rise of hardcore popularity in the last few years. And
absolutely. And it's nice that they do the history too. They're not just focusing on new bands and stuff. Like they
they're
know their
honoring-
shit. They're
they
great.
do honor like all eras. And it's,
Yeah. Okay. So talking about podcasts, I know we're supposed to be here to talk about your music.
yeah.
What the fuck is this stuff I saw like 2 days ago? I see Dylan doing interviews. Fucking Mike was there. What is this? You got your own podcast? You guys going to be competition now? I got to wipe you off the fucking map. What is this?
Yeah, let's talk about it a bit. Sure. I mean, again, it's probably good that we can talk about it a little bit here because we kind of just jump into it in the first episode of this thing that we're doing now, which will likely be out by the time that this drops. So I don't know when you're planning on dropping this, but
Can you get your mic up a little bit again?
Yep. Sorry, no problem.
I don't know or just put it like in your mouth.
How's this? This is working.
It's actually great. Yeah, it's
good. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's still good. It was just a little quiet. So
it was just a little
quiet.
quiet. Okay, yeah, I just all right. Anyways, so I'm not sure
The,
when
the
this.
podcast. What? Yeah. What? It'll be out next Wednesday, hopefully.
Oh, okay.
That'd be
So
early.
depending on when Alex finishes the last cut, yeah, it might be out by then. So, but either way, so do you want to explain it?
Yeah. So
Hmm.
the gist of it that we wanted to do was have one artist who's featured on our record and do an episode around that and just get to know them, as people, get to know them, kind of how they got into music, really just learn about them in totality. But also in the same light, kind of talk about what this record's about, how they fit into the whole process and how they fit into the record itself. The big overarching theme that we have is just being with our friends. Like, we've kind of realized that we're really fortunate to have such a unique group of gifted friends that all do different things and are really talented in their own way. So this is really just a way to kind of showcase them, but also talk about the record a little bit more in detail, just because there's a lot of layers to it, and it's pretty important to all of us. I would say, especially for myself and for Nick.
Yes.
So yeah, we just thought, hey, like, we've always wanted to yap. We're yappers, so it's like
By default, yes.
we're yappers by default. So we thought, why not do kind of a 3-part podcast for now? We'll see how it goes. Where we bring in just one guest, one artist who's featured on our record, and get to know them and just kind of shoot the shit and kind of blend it all together. So that's how that came to life. That's how it's going to be, and we'll see if this grows into something more.
So a couple questions on that off the top of my head. You are doing interviews with artists featured on the record.
Yeah.
So,
So like
you're doing 3 different artists then?
yeah. So on this new EP that's coming out at some point, there's 3 guest features on it. So the idea is, and all 3 of those songs are basically going to be the singles that we drop with their own respective videos and whatnot. So the idea is every single time there's a new single drop, new episode will come out, sometime in the future within, a short range of time between the drop of the song and then, yeah, it'll just be another thing to, for anyone who's interested, of course, if they want to get a little deeper and, give a shit to hear about what we have to say, and obviously, learn a little bit more about the people that are, because again, all 3 artists on this are very different. They're all from very different worlds. So we just thought it'd be very cool to just explore, like, how fortunate we are to have such a wide palette to choose from of friends.
Yeah. Now, the single that you guys just dropped, was there an artist feature on that?
The one that
Like
just
on the
came out.
podcast?
Yeah.
No, the one we just did.
Oh, there's not. No, that's just us.
Oh, okay. I wasn't cool enough for it. That's cool. No, all right.
Hey, you know what? Maybe that's what when the record drops, you'll be the next guest, and we'll,
Oh,
you're the first
shit.
person to feature. You're the first person to stream it. So
Yeah.
you're kind of the feature on the record if you think about it.
Yeah, think about it.
Wow. Isn't that something, eh?
We'll talk
Yeah,
after.
Well, yeah.
I don't like being interviewed. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Okay, so you're saying is I can't switch it on you and start banging you with questions?
No, not this time. Someone did that to me once though, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
You're like, what the fuck you doing, man? Get out of here. This is
Yeah.
my shit.
getting cucked in
Yeah.
your own interview. Yeah, sounds great.
Yeah, no, they just like threw the question right back at me, and I was like, "Whoa! I asked the questions around here. Like, I'm not meant to answer this shit."
Honey, this is
Relax.
my shit.
This is my show. This is my scene. Okay.
So I got a million more podcast specific questions, but I'll hit you guys up about that after we talk about your
Sure,
music.
of
Probably
course.
have to
Oh,
hit
yeah.
pause
Whatever you
at
want to
some
know.
point.
Yeah, we're open books.
Very nice, very nice. So outside of music, what sort of hobbies and passions are occupying your free time? And how did you guys bond originally? Because you were doing this little met each other in Pickering. Nobody was into this music. Was it outside of music that you guys bonded, or was it just strictly music? Or
I guess do we want to do the meeting question part of it first, and then we'll get into more of the personal, like, or maybe we can do it the other way around, just because.
do the lore first. Do the lore,
lore?
first.
Yeah,
let's do the lore first.
Yeah.
Sure.
For sure. Yeah, like, I mean,
I can explain this one better.
I think Nick
Yeah.
will explain it better.
I'm going to try and keep this as short as possible, but basically the idea was I was in this very shitty kind of startup metal band at the time, just with some guys in my high school. We were just trying our damn best. We just couldn't get a singer. There was just nobody. And then this mutual friend of ours, who, before we had met, basically said, "Oh, I know this guy. He goes to my high school. His name's Dylan Cooper. He's in another band, but they kind of suck. Maybe he'll join your band." And it's like, "Oh, Okay. So then I think I added you on MSN, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
And
it was
then
MSN.
based off the suggestion
old.
of shout out Chris Scott. Thank you for
The goat.
yeah, he's kind of he's the bridge here. But then yeah, started DMing you. Well, not DMing, instant messaging.
MSNing me.
MSNing you.
Yeah, MSNing me.
And yeah, I watched a very brief cover on YouTube that we will not speak any further about that he made.
But
it was
come
at
on, don't take out and not give this kid a slice.
All right. Well,
this is not a phase exclusive.
yeah, this is a not a phase exclusive. So yeah, there may or may not be a YouTube vocal cover of me doing Vermilion Part 2 by Slipknot, and also an All Time Low cover because it
was what, 2007?
It was 2007. I thought I was a scene kid. It was pretty bad. This was pre hardcore metalcore Dylan Cooper. This was me still figuring out my identity in this shit. So there may or may not be a cover out there that you can find. I'll let the viewers figure that out for themselves. I'm not dropping.
Good luck.
So
it's quite a scavenger hunt, but
that's where he got my resume from.
Yeah, that was basically the only piece of anything I had to go off because I had not met the guy. However, I guess it impressed me at least enough. But I was like, okay, let's try this out. So we schedule a jam. He comes down. We told him a couple of the cover songs we were doing, and then I don't know, we botched our way through it probably, and then we were like, oh, cool, we got the show in Whitby like 2 weeks from now. Do you want to do it? And you're like, yeah. And then 2 days before the show, he bails on us.
Blocked him on MSN.
He blocked me too. Yeah.
I blocked him on MSN, blocked the whole band on MSN, said that I was sick. The show was like in 3 days. Yeah. So that was like our first interaction together.
Yeah. So
we made up though, because then my band played their first show and then he came out to it. And then we.
So to anybody who's ever wondered why I may or may not have commitment issues,
it really all started here with me.
It goes way deeper than relationships, let me tell you. However, yeah, so then we shout out Johnny B's. That's where we were playing. It was a venue in Whitby where little crazy lore bands like Misery Signals and other
Architects
opened a show for Misery Signals there. Cool venue.
Mental.
Yeah, but yeah, it's no longer exists. But yeah, you never got to play that with us.
No,
never got. We had to find 2 random guys to do half the set each, and then I guess he continued with the band that he was doing, and then my other band
found better
because they're
that's definitely not the case.
I don't know.
They were both. I'm sure they were both terrible.
We played more shows.
You played more shows.
Flexing.
We kept having issues with drummers and such. Which has been quite an omen for me for the rest of my life. But that's a completely separate discussion.
Point is, Nick has a lot of trauma with vocalists and drummers.
Yeah. So
I feel like there's a lot of people with a lot of trauma with vocalists and drummers.
Well, they're the worst ones.
We're the divas.
Straight up the worst ones.
They are the fucking divas, and that's coming from you too.
Hey, I will. There's no argument here. I can be an absolute nightmare diva sometimes, but I own it. I try to do my best, but I own it.
Cool.
And drummers are the worst because drummers, for some reason, went to the same school of scheduling as tattoo artists and managed to double book everything.
Oh, nice.
I don't know who's operating these classes, but fucking let's fix it for both tattoo artists and for drummers, please.
Nice.
That would be nice.
But yeah,
if anyone can find me that video of Dylan doing an all-time low cover, I will give you a free. Not just a face pin or whatever. I don't know.
There you
whatever
go.
You want.
Hey, if you can find it and you DM it back to us, we'll give you a free shirt. Fuck it.
Yeah,
and then tell you never to show anybody ever.
If you put it this way, this is right out
the
here.
shirt is to go in your mouth, so you stop speaking about it. Yeah.
This is right here. If you can find it, post it on your Instagram story, tag the band. I will give you a free shirt and tell you to never fucking do that again.
You heard it here, folks, and we're men of our word. So if that interests you at all, fuck it. We'll throw in 2 shirts. We got so many shirts in the basement we're never going to sell.
Fuck their shirts. Send it to me first.
We'll
delete it once.
You get your own drop. You got your own drop. We don't need to worry about that. But
all right. So how did you guys get into alternative music genres? Like, did you start with punk rock from Much Music or something, or Tony Hawk's Pro Skater soundtrack? Like,
I started with All Time Low. No, I'm joking.
You go first, then I'll talk.
Despite the All Time Low cover, believe it or not, I actually did get into alternative music, heavier music pretty early. my dad always played like Metallica, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, like just like the 80s metal stuff. I mean, obviously still wearing a Metallica shirt. So that was always played around the house. But I think like where I broke into it myself was, I want to say I was like 4 or 5, and Dragula came out by Rob Zombie, and I heard that.
Hilarious.
I don't know if it was it may have been Much Loud. Like I don't know if it was around that time. It was the 90s for
It
sure.
was on the Twisted Metal soundtrack, the video game.
I was definitely too young to be playing video games at that time, but
Oh yeah, okay.
I think I remember seeing the music video. I don't know where it was. Regardless, besides the point. I remember seeing the video, listening to it, and singing the words. So you can imagine like a 4-year-old or a 5-year-old being like, "Down with the witch," like burn, burn.
Wait, you were like 4? How fucking old are you?
I'm 31, but like that came out in
Oh, okay.
that came out in
4 or 5 years.
97, 98.
It was late 90s for sure.
It was late 90s. I remember
I'm
that.
pretty positive.
Like it just came out. Like Rob Zombie. Well, I mean,
Right.
Zombie did White Zombie, but like this was like the first record as Rob Zombie, not White Zombie.
True.
So yeah, I remember listening to that, and my mom gave me the choice of, okay, you can get the Dr. Dolittle soundtrack or you can get the Rob Zombie record, and I picked the Rob Zombie record. And from there, that just opened the gate to so many different things. So yeah, I would say obviously Rob Zombie, Slipknot was a big one. I heard a lot of hardcore when I was young, but I didn't know it was hardcore. Like hearing Hatebreed, VOD. Trying to think of some other ones, not hardcore, but like typo, but like kind of adjacent to that world. Just
that
because
was the shit your dad was vibing with.
So no, my dad does
Like
a lot of
metal
80s
stuff?
metal, but however, the stuff of Hatebreed and all that, that was
Yeah.
my dad's coworker who was a big metal hardcore guy. And once he found out that I was listening to alternative music, he burnt like an entire CD of like different things. And like
His first old head.
he was my old head essentially. He was my old head.
Yes.
So I gotta
Yes.
find it. Like it's the shit on it was incredible. But I remember
sick.
specifically he gave me like a burnt mix of just like different stuff. But then he gave me Burn My Eyes in Full, which I didn't even realize I had until I got into Machine Head later on in life. And then I went back and was like, dude, this guy tried to get me into Machine Head at such a young age, and I couldn't grasp it. But glad he attempted it, because clearly it stuck in my mind, and Machine Head's one of the best bands in the world. But yeah, that's kind of like where my journey started. And obviously you go through like the scene bullshit, which I'm so glad I'm out of. And I think
Again, it was very prevalent in Pickering for sure. So
yeah, that's another thing too. It's like a product of our environment, like that was around there.
And you don't have to apologize to me. You're on the podcast called Not Just a Phase. The mall emo and scene subculture hit fucking Ontario and all of Canada, the whole fucking world, really.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it was crazy. Like, y'all don't understand. We could walk around wearing girl jeans and like swiped hair, gauged ears, pierced lips, and everything.
oh
in,
yeah,
like,
that was
high
just
school.
like
It was normal.
That was just Tuesday at my school. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was it was just crazy, man. Like
Well, it wasn't normal. Like, we weren't the cool kids, but there was a
no,
lot
no,
of
no,
us.
no. I mean, again, it's still outcast by default, like by design,
Yeah.
of course. However, like it was a widely, I guess it was a big subculture.
Prevalent.
It was definitely a
I'd
big
say it was more
subculture.
prevalent. Yeah.
and like and also like let's be real. A lot of people who are like, unless like not everyone was listening to 100 Demons straight out of the womb. Okay, let's be real. Like
No, absolutely.
we had to find our way. We found our journey, and that was it. And then, and then like kind of near the end of my I would say like mid high school. I remember going to an Amir show, and a little band called Terror played, and I
I've
heard,
heard of them. Yeah.
yeah, you may have heard of them. And then I heard Terror for the first time, and I was like, okay, I need to know what this is all about. So if it wasn't for Terror, I wouldn't have loved hardcore. So that's kind of my journey into starting out in alt music and then getting into what I listen to now.
Nice.
And then
Yourself,
for
Nick?
me, if we're moving over to me now, I guess music in general, like, I mean, my dad had a couple 80s tapes in the car growing up. That was kind of like my first exposure to just music in general. That's some of the first stuff I digested. Hence why all 80s guitar tones and everything are my favorite by default, just because it's nostalgic for me at this point. However, once my dad showed me the band Kiss, that was kind of what changed. That was what kind of changed my entire life. I was 9 years
Love
old,
Kiss.
and all. Yeah,
Love
dude.
Kiss.
They got riffs.
Yep.
Listen, like
They do.
I am. Anyone who's a Kiss hater just doesn't get it. You know, like in my opinion.
If you're a Kiss hater, kiss my ass.
Yeah, band rocks.
Real.
Band rocks. Anyway,
Yep.
so I grew up wanting to be Gene Simmons as a kid. I can't really say the same now. However, at the time. That was more or less what I wanted to do. So I kept bugging my dad. I want to play bass. He's like, no, start with guitar. Then gave me guitar. Then started listening to like Black Sabbath and stuff. Like that was kind of like, Dio was a big one, Rainbow, Deep Purple, bands like that through my dad. And then eventually the first kind of foray out of that into my own music was, I think, would have been like the first screaming band I remember like actually like listening to and enjoying was when Bullet for My Valentine put out Hand of Blood. I remember that came on Much Loud 2005.
Crazy.
And I was like, whatever this is sick. And that was the first time I remember hearing screaming and going like, okay, I'm into this. Before that, I'd heard the screaming bands through like friends or other, like whether it was Much Loud or something like that, and it just wasn't sticking at the time. I was just kind of locked into all the old dad rock stuff that I was growing up listening to, like Scorpions and Michael Schenker Group and all this other stuff. But then at that point, I was like, nah, I kind of want to explore. And then City of Evil came out not long after that. So then Avenged Sevenfold was in the mix, and then I was also a big Guitar World reader growing up. So like, I got like
that magazine.
I
guess they still make them. I just don't buy them.
It's not the same anymore. Like it's not in print anymore. Like it was so cool back in the day because like you get like 5 different songs you can learn on guitar.
No, it's totally in print. I literally just saw it at the bookstore.
Oh, it is? Okay. Again, I haven't went looking.
But they
for
don't
it,
have the CDs tucked in.
Yeah, they got rid of all the extra stuff.
Dude, not to like derail this, but like, don't you miss that?
Oh, by all means.
Was the best thing ever.
Oh, the free giveaways again. Like I got a that was probably where I discovered hardcore the first time, was from one of those CDs that came in a magazine. Like, because I'd seen Hatebreed in 2006 when I went to see System of a Down at Ozfest, and it was a crazy bill. Disturbed, Avenged Sevenfold, fucking Bleeding Through was on it. Like it was just a sweet bill. But however, I'm trying to remember what happened. I didn't know what hardcore was yet. It was just a band. Like it was the first time like ever experiencing something like that. It wasn't until I heard Terror in this like, I think it was a Century Media compilation CD that came in like some magazine. I can't even remember which one it was, but it had Overcome on it. And that was like, and I remember like listening to it. Someone went, "Oh yeah, that's hardcore." And the second I heard that, that was just like the immediate association for me. So yeah, that's why Terror is still like one of my favorite hardcore bands for sure. But
Terror is the hardcore band.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
It's funny that Terror was a big point for both of you, and you were both having separate journeys finding your way into this type of shit.
Yeah, I mean, again, like we're mentioning a lot of the hardcore stuff, but again, like as well, like as I was going down that journey, I started getting into a lot of metalcore stuff as well. Like I started like, because I joined this band when I was in high school. They were all into like, the very Swedish death metal adjacent stuff. So like At the Gates and bands like that, and as well, some of the stuff that was popular at the time, like All That Remains, like The Fall of Ideals was like out, still a great record. I will defend it till I die. I love that record. But however, albums like that, and among other things, Lamb of God, of course, Every Time I Die, that was a huge one for me. Still one of my favorite bands of all time,
Agreed. Same.
Yeah. So those are like, those all kind of started pouring in around the same time as I was like, starting to work with other people that were listening to different music that was heavier than what I was already into. So
fair enough. Before we start talking about you guys, you got any favorite local bands, favorite venues, people, something like that you want to shout out around the local scene?
You go first. You go first. I'll say some stuff after.
Venue? Well, I mean, it's not a thing anymore, but goddamn, Grogettes, you need to bring back your house and start fucking playing shows there again.
Agreed. Grogettes.
For those who don't know, Grogettes is this guy who he has a apartment building kind of in like South London, Ontario.
Yeah, somewhere like south of the city.
Yeah, south of the city. And still to this day, one of the coolest shows I've ever played just in music. We played with it was Sunnyside, Quan, and Single Wound, and us. It was like a small little apartment. There was like 100 and something people that
150
came in.
kids or something like that. And they're all like probably anywhere from like 18 to like mid 20s. So it was just like a really young crowd that just wanted to go fucking balls out the entire time. So it was just, and again, us being the kind of heavy band that we were, it just worked out super well. And insane results. And ever since then we've been wanting to go back, but they're on hiatus currently. Are they?
So they got to bring it back. So I'm shouting out that venue.
That's the venue shout out for sure.
To cut you guys off though, I did fuck up Single Wound. That is the second amazing metalcore band in Ontario.
Oh,
there are two of you.
Yeah, longtime friends of ours. Yeah, they're Like we go back to like, you know, our previous band together when we were in a band called Constellations. We used to play
very cool.
with Cole's old band a lot. He had a couple different bands at that time. Did he?
There was one that he played with us. I can't remember, but we've known Cole for quite some time.
Brampton,
Yeah.
I believe. We played in Brampton a lot with him.
Yeah, with him. So we've known Cole for quite some time. He's a really good friend of ours, and yeah, and Single Wound. I hear there's a lot of metalcore out there, and you know it's to whoever's opinion, but I do think Single Wound, like they've been doing it right, and they've been rocking it since they started, and they've only gotten better the more that they put out, and
they've
I'll
been
even
hella consistent too. Like they've been like
Yeah.
yeah, and like Cole is a great vocalist. He's a great writer too, which I don't think enough people know that about Cole, is that he's a very, very good lyricist. He used to do a lot of spoken word poetry before, and that was exceptional. And I think it really reflects in his lyrics, and it kind of goes with the the whole mantra of their band. So shout out Single Wound. That's definitely a band.
Yes,
there's a band for you.
I'll rapid fire a bunch. Mile End, 100% Pure, Spirit of Vengeance, Apes from Quebec City. They just put out a demo that's just fucking insane. Like you want Neanderthal riffs and just want to fight. Listen to that. That's fantastic.
check that. Yeah.
Quan, Jewel Tone,
Rust, Street Justice, Falstaff, Plush. Who else we got?
God damn it, there's so many.
Perfect
Limbs.
Perfect Limbs.
By the way, we're gonna have to.
Clobber,
sorry, we're going back to the metalcore conversation. We're gonna have to throw in Perfect Limbs as one of the best metalcore bands going on right now, because if you love the Bled, you're gonna love Perfect Limbs.
Yeah, if you like,
really,
if you like,
that's a sale. That's a sale for me. I haven't heard.
If you're into Take the Flask,
I'm immediately going to check
the
them
Bled.
out.
If you're like Take the Flask era, the Bled, yeah, you're already going to be in.
Yeah,
immediately listening to that after I finish this recording.
But yeah, they're my favorite Ontario metalcore band for sure. And shout out Perfect Limbs. Like I'll call that my shout out, because we've been my old band. So the band between our last band and this band, I was in a band called Lungless, and we used to play with Perfect Limbs all the time. One of our kind of recurring friend bands, and it was kind of a dark time back then. I think I'm sure you probably could say the same. Like that like era between like, I want to say like 2014 to like 2019 was kind of a dark time, at least in Ontario, for our scene. Like it was like the shows were definitely getting a lot less attended, and like at least for the bands that we were in at the time. And but we were like always side by side with those guys. And now that like we're on the other side of that, like they just sold out their first show back in 5 years, and they're playing our show. You know what I mean? Like just seeing all of this like come back and just doing more and getting better is so sick. So yeah, shout out Perfect Limbs. I love those guys, and yeah, more people need to be listening to them.
There's more bands I would love to shout out, but I can't remember at the top of my head. It's a good time to be
there's literally like 200 fucking Ontario hardcore bands. We don't have that kind of time.
We don't have that kind of time.
But you know what? It's also just, it goes to show we're in a great time where there's a lot of good bands. Like I'll be honest,
there's something for everybody right now. No matter what side of the spectrum you're on, there's something for you, and there's shows for you. And yeah, as long as you want to go see live music, you know, it's honestly some of the best shows I've ever been to. Some of the best shows we've ever played. Amongst all shows, you know,
by far.
Yeah, like the scene's at a very good spot right now, in my opinion. So,
100%. Yeah, crazy. So let's talk about you guys and your music. Finally, let's talk about what's happening here. So I want to start with the music video for Thrown Away. For Thrown Away.
Thrown Away. Yeah.
Has Apple sent you guys a cease and desist for that 3-way fucking ankle?
No.
The tri-split is so funny.
Until you mentioned that, I had no idea, and then you mentioned it, and then I went back and I watched the Apple commercial. I was like, oh fuck, that kind of is really similar to that.
I mean,
so
I didn't have a reflection though, so we're different. We had just 3.
Okay, but so like for those who don't understand, I watched the video and I was like, oh, this is sick. And then you posted the same music video like a week later with like a 3-way split, and the background in all of these is like just like a yellow background.
Yeah.
And all I could picture was the black shadow figures with like the white headphones coming down the way they used to do the commercials for old Apple. Like,
those commercials were
iPods.
sick. I mean,
yeah,
because like when we were brainstorming ideas for this video, like it wasn't necessarily on paper anywhere, but that was probably an influence, because like, yeah, we wanted something very minimalistic by default, just to like, you know, because again, I think the biggest crime that a lot of bands, especially fucking metalcore bands, do is they put way too much into something when just fucking just highlight the music. Just do something simple, make it look sick with very minimal stuff, and it's going to be way better. You know what I mean?
you guys were just rocking out mostly for that video, but it was done well. It's very cool. It's all you
Yeah,
really need.
shout out Alex McFarland, The Trenches. He's the director, and I've been working with him since the second ever Lungless video, 2016. So we've been working together for that long, and we're just really good friends. And that kind of goes into what we were saying earlier. Like, one of the people in our pool that's just been a friend as a result of all the time that we've spent working together, and everyone's just getting better, and we're all kind of just going like this all at the same time. So yeah, like he's at the top of his game right now. I'm so happy he's still working with us. You know, because again, he could be doing so much other cool shit. Like, you know, he does a lot of corporate stuff and, you know, a lot of freelance stuff, but he still wants to work with us. So we're very appreciative.
Nice.
So no, we have not
So-
received a cease and desist.
No
letter.
cease and desist. No.
To answer
Yeah,
your
that was, I
question.
was going to say, so
Sorry
for
if
the
I
original
derailed that.
question,
Sorry if I derailed that. My apologies.
no, the podcast is meant to be derailed. That is the whole part of the, like, that's
Love
what
it.
happens here.
There's no
Yeah.
there's no linear path with us too.
Yeah, so I'm
No, I can
sorry.
see that.
It's always just fucking divert. So
You've got no grip. You got a grip on it pretty quick.
just keep us in
Okay.
line. That's all we ask.
All right, so let's try to keep the train somewhat on the fucking trails. Now you got me all fucked up. I'm supposed to be the professional here. Yeah, I
doing
set
great,
up this
sweetie.
thing.
Yeah, we're so sorry.
You're doing great.
Yeah, I
sweetie.
believe this is the first podcast I've done in, like, what I'm now calling the office, which is my spare room that I've turned into an actual office. And I
Love
sat
it.
down here and I felt weirdly out of place. And I'm like, I'm missing something. And then you guys jumped on and I went, yo, what's up? Into the microphone, realized no fucking headphones.
Ah, okay.
It's okay.
That's
I'll
why
do
I
it.
said 1 second, because I'm an idiot and had to go find my headphones to plug
Mm.
into the mic. So this has been, it's been scattered since the
Yeah, so
beginning.
professionalism has been dropped from the second we started, you know. this
Before I
session.
hit record.
Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go. So yeah, for the record, if you're here for a structured interview, you're in the wrong place.
Leave now.
Absolutely. They're already long gone.
Yeah.
If we're talking about records, though, let's talk about Morning View. what labels may be releasing it? Where can we get copies? Are there going to be copies?
There will be. We're working on that right now, so I can't say anything set in stone. However, we're working on a vinyl release for this one through Wormwood, which is they've done all of our physicals so far, which is Josh Wickens. Shout out Josh, thank you so much. Local guy based out of Pickering, and
Oh, he's out of Pickering too. I didn't know
yeah.
that.
So again, it was kind of funny how that came to be, because when we first started this project, it was just the two of us, and we were, and I went to Alon McQuaid to go buy something, and this guy just comes up to me and goes, "Dude, fucking Lungless is sick, my old band." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks." And it's just this like, young, scrawny looking guy. And I'm like, we're just talking, and then he's like, "Oh, you doing anything right now?" I'm like, "Actually, I'm about finished working on something." So I sent him the PB stuff, and he's like, "Bro, I'll put this out." I'm like, "Oh, okay, sick." So he made some cassettes for our first EP. Then he made CDs for the second. So now it's only natural that we have to get older and older with our formats. So we got to go to vinyl.
Yeah, keep going back. You know what? Next time do the what is it? The eight tracks or whatever.
Yeah, that'll be PB4. That'll be
and the music video will be on a Rolodex or whatever the fuck
those
things were called. You just watch it.
You gotta have somebody show up to show you it and just like operate the machine.
Exactly.
Well, we have sessions in the theater where you go watch the music video.
There you go. Yeah.
Right. You gotta pay a ticket entry. Sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, we will announce that at some point, but we're working on some sort of a physical release.
Okay. So do I have to cut out that whole thing of you just talking about it?
No, we can talk about it.
We can talk about it.
Okay.
Again, we're
I thought you were like, yeah, we're announcing it at some point. We didn't just do it though.
No. Again, we're like,
if you haven't noticed, if there's any indication with how this interview is going, there is no fucking process with how this shit goes. We just kind of roll with it and figure it out. And
yeah,
if it works, it works. It doesn't, it doesn't.
We have a loose idea for how everything's going to come out, and in the order that we're doing it, we have some cool things planned. But
Jesus Christ,
we're just trying shit. Yeah. So we're
the podcast episodes you guys have done must be a fucking shit show.
Oh, you'd be surprised. The last one was actually pretty structured. I think we did pretty well with the last one. So
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe it's different when you guys are doing the interviewing, perhaps.
Maybe that's what it is. So
I'm excited to see either way. I really am excited to see that stuff.
Okay, well that's cool. Yeah,
we had a blast doing it. It was fun.
Yeah, we look forward to doing more with the next two, and hopefully being more on track than what we're doing right now. But
yeah,
again,
I said the same thing. My first few podcasts, I was like, "This is so fun," and then I kept doing it. I was like, "Oh my god, I got to edit my own stupid voice. This is annoying."
Oh no, trust me, that's one of the reasons I've avoided them until this point.
So, who did the mixing and mastering?
That would be Todd Barrage. He's a YouTube cover artist. You can go look him up. He's done quite well for himself. He's about to hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. So yeah, go subscribe to him. He's if you're into anything in like the Seosin world or anything in that kind of like early 2000s post-hardcore kind of vibe, he's your man. He just put out a new record, All the Right Scars, I believe is what it's called.
He was also so good that Bring Me the Horizon ripped him off.
That's true. Yeah. So
out of here.
Okay, so I don't know if you remember, but the end of, was it last year? There was, you don't remember? Okay, yeah. So the end of last year, I think it was, he did a metalcore Wonderwall cover with another guy.
Okay.
With another guy named Loner Wolf, or Loner Youth. Sorry, Loner Youth. And
sure.
The internet fucking bombarded them. Basically, every one of them just telling them to off themselves. Just it was the thing to hate on Twitter that day.
Oh, nice. Right. Well, Twitter's lovely like that.
Twitter's lovely like that. Yeah, that was just like the metalcore hardcore Twitter thing to hate that day. It was insane.
Sick.
And anyway, so then what happens is what, maybe like a month ago, Bring Me the Horizon puts out a Wonderwall cover, and it's literally the same fucking song. Like they literally took their arrangement, because again, they rearranged it to make it metalcore. So it's basically like if Underoath wrote Wonderwall. That's kind of what it sounds like. And
how many times can you do it? If it's going to be a metalcore cover, it's going to sound like Wonderwall but made metalcore, right? So if it sounds the exact same, it's because it's both the same genre.
Exactly. But anyway, so apparently what happened was Ollie Sykes thought it was an AI generated version, therefore it was free use. And that wasn't the case. This was a song that existed. It was a cover that was made by Todd and Loner Youth, like I said. And he did apologize publicly, and he's been very cool about it.
But just hilarious that ended up even happening. And it's like, it's not every day that like one of your friends goes, "Hey, I got a DM from Ollie Sykes." And
those
we're
are
like,
crazy
"Fuck off. No, you don't." And then it's actually him being like, "Sorry, dude. Like, I thought it was an AI cover."
It's like
But
those
anyways,
memes
that's
where it's
Todd.
like, this is really Corey Taylor. Please send $5 to my Venmo.
Yeah, there you go. This is really Corey Taylor. However,
Yeah.
yes. So Todd Barrage, though, he used to produce bands full time a little over 10 years ago, and that's when I started working with him with my old band. Then
Very sick.
when this came to be with PV, he was just like, he was wanting to do some stuff again, some recording again after taking a break, and it was kind of a no brainer. We just decided it's got to be this guy, and he's done all the albums that we put out up until this point. Anything PV recorded has all been him. And yeah, we just go to his basement in Trenton, Ontario, and we just, you know, nerd out until we have a record, and that's the way we do it.
Oh, and the artwork, was that done in house or?
A combination of a
I
couple
haven't
people.
seen
Yeah.
this yet, so I'm excited to.
Oh, have you not seen it? We'll send it over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
send it.
Yeah, I was
So,
gonna say it wasn't on the Spotify.
oh,
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
It wasn't on Thrown Away. Thrown Away had the music video reel for it, right?
yes.
So
But
I have
Thrown Away
not
has
seen
its
it.
own
No one
cover,
has.
which is not the cover of the actual EP itself. It's just the cover that's, going with the single. So,
Oh, okay, yeah, just the
so the
single,
actual
right?
cover's not out yet. It'll come out when the album comes out. But
Mhm.
yeah, so all the artwork actually for all the singles and everything is all done by our good friends Dom Perron, and he's in the band Afraid, and he does a lot of directorial stuff. Like he's doing a lot of filming, and then our good friend Emily Mayhew, she also as well. She did all the modeling. She was a part of the photography process. So they shot all the stuff for all the different covers that we did, and then our good friend Stay Goulden, Dylan Gould. He did all the editing, so all the color grading and everything like that for the album art. That's all him, as well as all the merch that we're going to be dropping and everything along the line for this EP drop is going to be mostly Dylan Gould graphic design work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a combination. Like again, kind of going back to what we said at the start, it's all in house. It's all our friends. It's all people.
Dylan Gould used to work with us like 10+ years ago. Yeah, it's all just people that we've been bugging along the way, and we've just kept in our Rolodex of friends, and grab a beer with every once in a while, and then be like, "Hey, can you help us make an album cover? We need something."
So what's the dream, gentlemen? What band would you both like to share the stage with that you haven't yet?
Good question.
Share the stage.
I feel like
one
you have
band
an
that
answer
you could think
already.
of.
I mean, I think two, and they're both for different reasons. I think it would be. I mean, Slipknot's my favorite band of all time, and I think seeing Knock Loose play with Slipknot gives me hope that, like, a band like our style can play in a big setting. Because I think
For sure.
this kind of music is always roped into intimate venues, which I love, and that's realistically
some of the
that's
best shows. Yeah,
that's how you get into this, and that's the whole point of getting into this music is the intimacy. But I think there is something pretty special when you see a band that should be playing an intimate venue play a massive gathering, like with a band like Slipknot. And
Seeing
of course,
them-
being in it, my favorite band, I would love for that to happen.
yeah, and seeing metalcore translated in an arena and it actually like working to its advantage is like the sickest thing ever. Like,
Yeah,
it's so
and
cool.
and it's amazing that like kids are gonna see Knock Loose for the first time, and then they might see Brian wearing like an Integrity shirt and be like, "Oh, what's Integrity?" and then go listen to Integrity, and then start their wormhole and just like start listening to hardcore that way, which I think is amazing. And then just for the sake of being able to have him play his spot on our song would be Devil Wears Prada, but to have Mike do his part with us in Existence is Pain, the fact that also he's just a good friend of ours and a really good person, to have that moment live would be amazing.
Yeah, it'd be sick to kind of like let that come to full fruition.
Yeah, I think it would just be a really cool full circle moment to like we become friends with him. He did a part with us, and then to have him do it live would be amazing. So yeah, I think those would be my two that I would love. There's a ton of hardcore bands I would love to play with, but the realism of that happening probably not gonna happen.
I'm
But
I'm talking big pipe dreams, like the big pipe
Yeah.
dream you would have opening up for.
Then I'll
whoever.
throw one more on Terror just because they got me into
Fucking why
everything
not?
I listen to now. So
I only
Slipknot,
asked for
Devil
one.
Wears
Give me
Prada,
3, it's
Terror.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
very good answers. I mean, I honestly would
Yeah,
like
they
to
are.
I'd like to steal your answers. Those are good answers.
Okay, we can do it across the
Yeah,
board if
yeah.
you want.
This is the two of us saying together.
Crossover.
Because I
Yeah.
mean,
Okay. That's good. I'm into it. It's a good top 3. I fuck with it.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, it covers a lot of ground, you know, so a lot of
Definitely does.
different people.
What band hasn't done a reunion show yet that you're still waiting for?
Reunion.
All right.
This one gets harder every week.
Damn.
It gets
Yeah,
I
hard-
can't
was
say
about to
title
say,
fight
like,
either.
every
That's-
Furnace Fest drop, this answer gets fucking different, you know. I just want to quickly say, like, sometimes it depends on the band because sometimes I just feel like a reunion's not warranted. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
I feel
I'm
that.
a big believer in like sometimes music was just meant to exist in that moment, and that's fine. It's like, you know,
I feel that.
I'm a big history guy, so like, you know, being able to pinpoint things to stuff like that is super sweet. But yeah, like, there's how many times have we seen a band come back and it's just not the same, and it's just, you
No,
know.
I agree completely.
And
Yeah.
so yeah, like, but as far as bands I think would actually come back and crush it, and I'd want to see again, that haven't already reunited. Oof, that's a hard
And
one.
not Fugazi.
Yeah.
Well, I always say a not title fight because people go, "Oh, that's tough, title fight," and I go, "No, dig a little deeper. Come on."
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
dig deeper than that.
I'll be honest. That's a band. I'm gonna be real. Title Fight needs to stay dead. I love that band. I love
Correct.
Title Fight.
Me too.
But I think Title Fight did everything they did, and they did it right. They ended on a perfect note. Ned's doing his thing right now with
They
Glitterer.
retired as legends. Like, don't come
Yeah.
back. The hype is too big.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
it's not insane, people are gonna be like, "Yeah, it was all right."
Yeah,
You
the
know,
fact that
like-
this many people want Title Fight just proves that don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do
Unless
it.
it's like
Absolutely.
you are sticking to your guns and it's going to be in. But that's the problem. I'll answer your question, but I think that's also the problem with a lot of these like reunion shows. It's like they do it and they're like, we're only doing it one time, and then you get the juices flowing. You see how amazing the show is, and then you have that expectation that every single show is going to be like that. So you're like, well, why don't we fucking tour? And then
Yeah.
you're starting to roll in bumfuck Texas, and then the show's not great, and then you're like, fuck, maybe.
Maybe we
I
shouldn't
mean,
have done.
no shade to
Yeah.
Texas. I love Texas. I'm just throwing out a state name, but like, you get what I'm
Yeah,
saying. It's
yeah.
like you actually do a full tour, and then maybe it's not like the reunion show all the time.
Or you do the reunion show every 3 fucking months. It's like, oh wait, you were inactive again? I okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
What?
But band, like an actual band, that's really tough.
Like, how many are left? Like, how many bands?
That's there's so many. I could have. If you asked me this question like 2 years ago, I could have named a handful, but all those bands now have reunited.
Exactly why this question gets harder to answer every
I know,
fucking
this is
week I
actually
do a
very
podcast.
Oh man.
Christ.
Get one fucking band that hasn't done
Can-
it that you actually want to see.
Oh,
No, it doesn't have to be realistic.
Bad Brains.
Oh, okay, crazy.
That-
that's,
Bad Brains.
that's a good
I
answer.
haven't heard
Yeah.
that yet.
Yeah.
I haven't
I
heard
would
that
love to
before,
see
I don't
Bad
think.
Brains. That'd be amazing, and not in
Me
like
too.
I would love to see Bad Brains in like a veterans hall, something like that. Like not in an actual venue.
Legion,
Give me like
in a Legion.
yeah, give me give me
Yeah.
like what Bad Brains was all about.
While you're
Yeah.
talking about that, I'm just gonna do a quick roll through my Spotify and see if there's like an album that pops up from a band. I
So
know
many
is dead.
socks. So much socks going on in this episode.
Would you rather bare feet?
We could do bare feet. If you
No.
want.
No, I'm just,
Exactly, right? Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just saying, if
exactly.
you're not
It's
watching,
always
the
worse on the
video
other side,
podcast,
believe me.
So yeah, my answer would be Bad Brains for sure. I would definitely love
That's
Bad
a sick
Brains.
one.
That's a good
That's
answer.
a sick one.
And then, actually, and then not reunion, but I would love if this band can play this album in full, which they never do, would be Avenged Sevenfold's self-titled, but like the first self-titled.
Yeah, that'd actually be pretty cool.
Oh no, Sound of the Seven Trumpet.
I was gonna say there's
Sound of the
only
Seven Trumpet.
one.
Right,
There's only
right.
one.
Sound of
Yeah.
the Seven Trumpet. My bad.
That's actually the one I was thinking of. There's
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sound of the Seven Trumpet. My bad.
Throw the second heartbeat on it. And Unholy Confessions.
No,
album?
Yeah.
that's
Wake in the Fall.
that's Wake the Fallen. Sound of the
Wow,
Seven
the
Trumpet.
fact that you
is the
guys know
one-
this much about Avenged Sevenfold is
Dude,
really
I
upsetting.
love-
Again, I told you they were one of the bands that kind of like led me into all this.
I'm
so.
gonna. So here's
Yeah,
here's
true,
a
you
little
did
one,
say
and I will challenge anybody to this, and I'm gonna get heat for it, and I'm gonna die on this hill. Is that this whole new wave of like that kind of classic metalcore sound that's in the hardcore world, like the Balmoras of the world, like that kind of stuff. That first Avenged Sevenfold record is I don't want to say exactly that, but all those bands now have been influenced by that record, whether they know it or not. Because if you listen to that, it's like
Interesting.
it's basically that kind of metalcore revival. Like
Interesting.
it's crazy. Give it a listen. It's awesome. It's got riffs. It's got breakdowns.
It's got shit on it.
It's got everything. And I feel like without knowing, a lot of those bands have been influenced by that record.
Literally, the one answer I would have given literally just fucking happened. Like a matter of what, maybe a couple weeks ago was my ticket home. They just reunited.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that would have been my answer too. But yeah, they technically did reunite already.
Yeah, they did. So
What
shit.
the fuck?
My ticket home. Do you remember that band?
No.
So my ticket home was like they kind of started as like a, like a rise metalcore band, but then randomly out of nowhere dropped this like super sick grunge new metal album called
It's not sick at all. It sounds terrible.
Dude,
But
it's
sorry,
so
go
good,
on.
though.
Yeah.
It's so good.
it's unreal. And
Strangers Only is what it's called. Great fucking record. That was definitely a big influence on us at the time. Like when that came out, that was like 2013 or something. But
Yeah.
they put out the record. Nobody got it at the time. They put out another record that was even more alt and more fucking alt rock and
that record, if that came out now, would blow up.
Unreal is what it's called.
Yeah, that would blow up.
That shit would have been huge now. Like it's kind of got that like
It's very like Soul Blindy meets Narrowhead meets like some other grunge band, but like that, it would live in that world. And like those bands,
It sounds like the last thing I would personally want to listen to. That's definitely not my cup of tea.
that's not your cup.
Fair
of tea.
enough, fair
That's
enough.
okay, and that's fair. That's fair. I
you're
love
not
that.
you don't wear tote bags with your outfits. That's fine. That's okay.
I don't. Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
cuff the jeans. It's okay. We're not.
I do cuff the jeans. I
Oh,
cuff
you do
some
cuff
of
the
the jeans.
Okay.
I cuff
For,
some of the jeans.
for every cuff, you got to listen to at least one alt band. You have to. It's the rule. You have to.
fuck
You have to
that.
frequent at least one record shop.
But wait, do you rope Alice in Chains into grunge?
I do because I also hate them.
Oh my god.
Oh my, what?
This is offensive.
Personally, I'm offended. But anyway, we'll continue.
Listen.
Thank you for having
Well-
us, but I am offended.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Can't win them all.
you know what? When you want to put your stupid music opinions online, you can go start your own fucking podcast.
Oh well.
Hey.
Funny
Oh,
enough.
wait a second.
Oh, wait a second.
Crazy that
Wait
you
a
say that.
second.
Sponsored by Good Morning PB.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
New
You guys
episode
got a name for
dropping at
this
some
yet?
point.
Pardon me, sorry.
You got a name for the podcast?
Yeah, it's called Good Morning PB. But
Are
morning
you
spelled
fucking
like
kidding me?
yeah.
That's so funny.
It just kind of like
That's so
when
stupid.
we brainstormed the idea, I just fucking said it, and everyone just went, yeah, and we just went,
Yeah,
all right, that's the name of it. Again, that's
That's
kind of
so
the PB
stupid, I
method at
love
this
it.
point. If we just say it out loud and everyone's like, yeah, that's basically just what we go with. Again,
That's funny.
I don't know. I feel like initial reaction is usually the best way to make decisions because it's like if you initially think it's sick, it's probably sick.
That's funny as hell. You guys talking about all these features you had on the new album?
Yeah.
If you could get one vocal feature
Ooh,
from
that's a good
anybody,
question.
unrealistic or realistic,
Unrealistic or realistic?
either or, you get one.
All right, I've had
person
one
who would be
unrealistic
vocal.
answer for a very long time. I feel like anytime I've ever been asked this question, Tom Araya from Slayer would fucking crush it on anything metalcore, hardcore sounding. Like his voice would work.
Not wrong
so
at
well.
all.
I
Yeah.
would, he would fucking be. He's one that I've always heard in my head. I'm like, could you imagine like a chaotic part with just like the fucking like Tom Araya voice? It would be so sick.
I was picturing it before a breakdown, actually.
That too. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like the guy's just got a chaotic sounding voice, and it just makes me
It
feel
is.
fucking feral. So you know,
Fuck yeah, it does.
yeah,
Yeah.
Tom Araya is my answer.
Celine Dion.
Sick answer. Celine Dion.
No.
What's in the water in Pickering? Fuck that. It's terrible.
French Canadians.
Canadian
French
legend.
Canadians. I'm from Montreal.
Canadian
so
legend.
It's
It's even
in my blood.
worse.
Exactly. Hey, go Habs, go! Come on. Now.
Montreal. Oh,
Shout out
we
Montreal.
got
hardcore.
French Canadians in the house. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we
bro.
do. Yeah, just one for the record. Just one.
That explains the bad taste in music.
There we go. Yeah.
Oh,
Again, more cuffs.
Hey, now.
More cuffs in them pants
I'll
when you're in
put-
Montreal for a couple days. So
Just give Facelift one more try and tell me you don't think that riffs.
Alice in Chains got heavy riffs.
I honestly got two.
I said one, but yeah, it's fine.
Oh, I'm gonna give you two regardless.
I know, everyone does.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
no, I gave one for the
No one
record.
listens.
I gave
Yeah.
one. I did my.
Oh,
part.
did you? Yeah.
Just a Tom Araya. Yeah, that's all I need.
That's
I mean,
right.
if I got that, I don't need another feature. I would sign a contract if I could get Tom Araya on something I did that I would never have another guest feature ever again.
Okay, you know what? Actually, I take it back. I'm gonna say Scott Vogel because I think that'd just be amazing because I love Scott's voice and I think he's just the goat. I won't pick a second one because I think Tom from Slayer would be incredible.
Yeah.
and that's
Well-
also I've never heard anybody say that, but that's so true. Like, why would
Yeah.
obviously he wouldn't? I'm guessing he doesn't do them, but like I'm surprised there hasn't been a band that has
He
somehow
doesn't.
found.
He
No, he
doesn't
just
do it.
doesn't.
Oh, he
No,
doesn't. Like
no,
that's a
no,
known
he-
fact. Like I don't know.
And I think I would because like I mean I was introduced to Slayer when I was like 11.
Yeah.
Like I saw them one of my first big concerts, 13. Like massive love for Slayer.
Yeah, huge shout out to Slayer.
You-
Another band that came back, can't even put them on the fucking list. So
Yeah, that's true. And they kicked ass. when
Yeah,
they
I
came
don't
back.
want them to do it. I saw them my first concert when I was like 13, and then I just caught them on their last world tour.
yeah,
Yeah,
That's
Toronto.
one band I never saw. Slayer. I'm
yeah,
really
you
upset
missed
about
out.
it.
I'm
Fucking
fortunate.
missed out.
I know,
Dude,
I
I'm just-
love Slayer.
I'm just thankful that I got to see like the OG lineup Slayer like a few times, like with Hanneman
Yep.
and Lombardo. Like my God, like what a fucking band.
Yeah.
First
I
time
think
I ever
of-
saw them. First time I ever saw them. What a fucking show was Slayer original lineup opening. Judas Priest, Halford coming back reunion show. So it was like
Was it in Toronto
in Toronto, 2004. Yeah.
at the amphitheater? Yes,
At the
sir.
amphitheater.
Okay, so I was 14 then.
Oh,
That's the
you're
one
14.
saw.
I would have been probably 11 or 12. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, that was
Yeah.
that's probably one of the
Wicked,
shows that
wicked
sticks in my mind
concert.
the most. Like that was like one of the ones I'm like, okay, heavy needs to be
Yeah.
the thing I do.
Yeah, that fucks. That checks out. Yeah, it was a wicked concert.
What a good show.
All right, near the end. You guys heard the podcast once or twice. I got a couple questions, not really super music related, that are kind of stupid.
Hit me.
Hey,
I try to
let's
keep
do
some
us.
questions on here. What's that?
Those are our favorite questions. We'd
Perfect.
rather talk
I
about
assumed as much. Guys are a goofy bunch. We've been having some fun. So, what's the most illegal or dangerous thing that you've ever done in your life that you're willing to put on a very public podcast? Might want to keep names and details askew.
Of course. I
Most
mean,
illegal thing.
Or
I-
dangerous.
most illegal or dangerous.
Yes.
I was
Hmm.
chased by cops once with my good friend Dan Sidey. Shout out Dan.
It's just
He's-
first and last name drops. No problem.
Yeah, first and last name drop.
we talk about it all the time. We tell everybody.
Is this,
Okay.
this is
I'm like, eschew the
Garbage.
Yeah,
details. Don't.
Oh my God.
yeah, this is the no, it's okay.
So
No,
this, we're gonna give you
If-
some
if-
Pickering. This is some Pickering lore right here.
yeah,
This
yeah.
is like
Okay.
this is the shit that we get up to on a weekend. So
Yeah. So we go to a house party. We're drinking. We're pretty fucked up. There's a pizza that's open. It's the only thing that's open past.
yeah, it's open till like 3 a.m. or whatever.
Yeah, it's about like 2 a.m. or whatever. So it's a bunch of just degenerates hanging out, very drunk, eating some pizza, being loud and obnoxious. And I threw away my pizza that was like full of grease. At the same time, I'm smoking a cigarette. The guy,
Which is a crazy thought, by the way, because you probably smoked like what 3 or 4 cigarettes in your entire life.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. I'm not a cigarette guy, and for some reason that day I decided to smoke a dart. So anyway, the pizza owner comes out. He's telling us to go away. I flip him off because I'm hammered. He's like, I'm gonna call the cops. I throw the dart in the garbage can, not thinking that, oh shit, there's a ton of grease,
Boom.
and then just engulfed like a fucking flame. You wouldn't
The
believe.
Flames are golfing, Rick.
The flames were golfing. It was literally like Lord of the Rings
Yes.
doing the fucking fire
funny.
sign of Gondor.
When you asked that question, that was the first thing that came to my head about you, and I'm so happy that
Oh
that's
yeah,
the story
yeah.
you just told.
So now we get to the chase part where my stupid ass is like, "Oh, this is funny. I have a flaming garbage
Garbage
can, which is great." Cops rolled out. They see
What,
us.
they just showed up right away. Like
Oh,
after
dude,
this
well, it's
thing
Pickering. There's not much to do. So if they can
Oh,
arrest
yeah,
a
they
bunch
were
of
around the corner.
if they can
Yeah.
arrest a bunch of teenagers, they're down for it.
Yeah,
Um,
especially in the residential parts, like especially on a weekend, like
they got nothing to do.
the cops
Well,
just
you guys
frequent
got
where the
nothing to
bar.
do
They just
either.
frequent where the bars are, and there's a bar right in that same plaza, so that's probably
Okay.
why they're
Yeah,
already
yeah.
there.
Yeah, so they whip
Yeah.
around, they see us. The guy goes, "It's those guys." So we both just take off. They're chasing us. We're going through the forest, and my friend was like, "If we go through this way, my house is right there. We can jump through the backyard and we'll be fine." Like he kind of knew what he was doing. Anyway, so we're running. Eventually, hop a fence, rip my entire jeans apart. So I'm just showing everything, and we make it to his house unscathed, unarrested. That's not a word, but you know, what I mean?
Unarrested.
Unarrested.
Unscathed minus the pants.
Unscathed minus the pants. Yeah, and that's probably the closest I've ever had to any illegal activity. And
Super
I think,
sick.
I think there's enough time has passed that I can say that.
Yeah, I
I've
think
grown
they
up.
probably
I'm a-
dropped. They probably dropped that case by now. for the
Yeah.
record, yeah.
last week.
I would hope.
They just
Uh,
resurface it.
My story though, like I don't have anything like I again, like I'm a nerd. There's not much illegal shit happening in my life. Like I was very closeted. Like I wasn't like, I'm not going out and like doing anything ridiculous. However, one of the most dangerous things I remember ever doing was when I worked for a landscaping company. Uh, the foreman of our crew was very hated by the guy who owned this company. So basically, every day we just get handed a shit job that was like nobody else wanted to do it. Give it to those fucking guys. So then one of the jobs that we have to go down to High Park to this condo, 8 stories high, and we're on the 8th story, and they have these garden beds that go all the way around all the balconies. So we're just on the ledge of an 8-story building picking weeds, like standing on top like this. And I was like, if there was the wrong gust of wind,
Okay.
I am flattened. You know what I mean? And of course,
Yeah.
like where I was doing this part was above the parking garage, so it went even further past the fucking ground level. So I would have been,
Why is there no ledge on an 8th floor walk up?
well, there again. Like the thing is like I'm trying to explain this in a way that it makes sense, but there's like the patio, and then the like guardrail has got like a garden bed, so it's a
Okay,
elevated.
so you're
garden
hanging
bed.
over the safety rail to
I'm
pick
on the
weeds
safety
out
rail.
of.
I'm on the safety rail.
Fuck, that is stupid.
And
Holy
again,
shit,
they
that's
should have
stupid.
had a crew there that had like, because again, there's crews that have harnesses and whatnot. But again, I
A
don't know
Y
this
clip,
guy.
a fucking harness. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if
Like-
this guy wanted his dad or whatever, but that was definitely
See-
probably one of the most dangerous things. I did it for about 10 minutes, and I literally looked at them and I went, "I'm making minimum wage, right? Fuck this!" And I literally just got off the ledge and went downstairs and had a cigarette. That was one of the very few times I stood up for myself in an employment way. So yeah, that's so for the record, know your fucking rights if you're a worker.
Yep.
Wimmis, read that shit. Anyways, that's about it.
Yeah, what's OSHA? Fuck that. All my homies hate
All my,
OSHA.
all my fucking my homies hate OSHA.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's jokes.
steel toe boot
I've done-
hardcore. Yes,
Yeah,
Green
I've done some
Triangle
stupid
safety
shit.
certified anti-slip.
There you go.
Let's go.
Yeah, I've done some stupid shit on work jobs too, and said that like fuck OSHA. All my homies hate OSHA.
Everyone hates OSHA. Anyways, though,
That's the
yeah,
Ontario
so that's,
Safe and Healthy Safety Association. That's
something like
whatever.
that. Given my job, I should
Yeah.
probably know the answer, but yeah. If anyone from my job is listening this far into the podcast, first of all, I'm probably already getting fired. Second of all, I appreciate your patience, but I'm sorry I don't remember how to pronounce that. I'm sorry I don't remember what the actual acronym is.
No, it's all right. It's all right. So, assuming neither of you guys are pacifists, if you could punch one person in the face one time, as hard as you can, without any repercussions, who would you punch? And
Dylan
why?
Cooper.
God damn it! Of all the shit happening right now,
I didn't even finish the question. Jesus.
Oh no,
Just quit.
again. I would love to punch you just once and have no repercussions. Like every time you've ever pissed me off, ever just get it all out in one punch.
You've
out of
never slugged him.
everybody in the world.
No, I don't know. That was just the first one that came to my head.
All right, this is breaking. This is
Breaking
another,
news.
not just the face breaking news. Nick wants to punch me in the fucking skull.
I'm just saying the amount of
Yo,
times I'm like, hey, can you do this date? And it takes 2 days to get an answer back. I'm like, another one for the punch.
Yo,
jar.
are you guys even bros if you don't want to punch your friend in the head? It's
That's
like
true. That's what I mean.
100,000
Point.
points
Well
in-
said. You know
Yeah.
what? Good
That's
point.
what I mean. Like if you
Good
don't
point.
like again, they're not truly your friend if they don't piss you off in some way every once in a while.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's very
that's
true.
a good point. I never even considered that when I ask this punch question. I have a lot of very close friends who I'd fucking love to punch right in the head just once,
just once.
and they just have
One-
to fucking take it. And they're
One,
like, yeah, that's for
sweet
fucking
chin music
everything.
right off the chin. Nothing.
There
nothing
you go.
else.
There we go.
What about your
yeah,
answer?
fuck.
I'm sticking with my answer.
Well,
Fuck it.
aside from you,
Yeah.
Donald Trump,
It's a good answer.
Naturally.
100%. I'd love to
Naturally.
kill that motherfucker. Actually, but
Somebody
you know.
should. Fuck, third time's the charm. Maybe we can get another shooter on the fucking.
hoping the. I'm
Is this
hoping
where I
the-
have my Jack Black moment? And I go, what the fuck? And then PB fucking explodes. And
I think all of Canada's on my side. So
no, we're not for sale. Yes.
we are not for sale. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, probably Donald Trump. That'd be
That's a
mine.
good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Hopefully
I like
the
that
homie
too.
Hopefully Luigi's got a homie that can pop.
So for the record, PB wants to punch
True.
Donald Trump and Dylan Cooper. So
And Dylan Cooper.
One
it's
for the
a-
home team, one for the away team.
in that order.
shirts and skins. Yeah.
Shirts and
Hey, I would
skins. Oh,
rock
yeah.
the skins look.
No,
for
you
sure.
would be skins for sure.
I'd be skins for sure. You sure you want to see Donald Trump shirtless? No.
No, we don't.
I go to the gym a lot. I
God.
think I'm okay.
Whoa, hang on. Anyways, okay. Sorry about this. We're getting derailed once again.
Dude, no, the podcast gets derailed. That's what happens here.
That's what
It's fine.
happens, and we're here for it.
That's what happens. Speaking of getting it derailed, just because you said Sweet Chin Music, you were at Elimination Chamber the other night. So jealous.
Oh my god, dude, that was top.
So jealous.
I don't even think that's just like I think straight up for our generation, that's the biggest wrestling moment of all time.
And yeah, especially for the Fed. Like if as soon as I saw it, I looked at my buddy and I'm hammered. I'm like, is Cena's nephew a couple of Make-A-Wish kids? This heel turn was all for nothing. It was all for nothing. And now there's all these memes of him like doing him and Rock are like Break-A-Wish Foundation.
Oh man, yeah. That everyone thought that was real. Everyone thought that was real. Like that actually got a lot of traction in the media, and they had to be like, no, this is fake. But like imagine a Break-A-Wish Foundation.
So funny.
Holy shit.
I would have laughed. I'm
So
sorry.
funny.
And
I don't know
there's
if that makes me an
and
awful
I'll tell you
person,
right
but
now, which goes to show how good the storytelling is with that heel turn. There were about 8 kids in the row around me that were just in tears, like legitimately
amazing.
crying, like inconsolable, which is
That's
just
amazing.
perfect.
That's amazing. The worst part was that there was like probably 8-year-olds crying and then like 40-year-old men who were like, no, watching their childhood hero heel
Oh
turn.
yeah. But the thing I still remember vividly, there was this one kid who's crying and he's with his dad, and his dad's like, yeah, I mean, it's okay, buddy, like don't worry about it. And he's like,
And don't boo the bad man. Yeah.
yeah, he's like, don't boo him. But like, he's like me, like, holy shit, he turned.
Well, Cena's gonna suck as a heel though. I've always hated him, so I'm glad that people are now booing him. I always thought he was a goof, but
ooh,
I think I don't know. I mean,
overrated
Cena for me is always
wrestler, shitty
Cena's
gimmick.
always been one of my favorites.
Really.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
I guess he is
I'm,
popular. I just fucking hate him. So
I'm a sucker for the face. I've always been. There's not many heels that I love. Like I guess Triple H will probably be, because like he's been heel most of the time.
yeah, one of the best to do it too.
One of the best, yeah. And even Rock too. Like Rock's a good heel. He doesn't get enough credit for being a good heel.
He is. He's a great heel, but I don't know what the hell the storyline is because I haven't watched WWE in forever. But he's like Satan or something.
He's kind of a more badass Hollywood Rock. If you remember the Hollywood
Yeah,
Rock
I
shtick
do.
he had, in,
That's
like,
around when I stopped watching the Fed.
that's honestly where a lot of us fell off, because that's where
Yeah.
it started. CM Punk brought it back up, and then once Punk
Oh,
left,
God, I
it
hate
was,
CM Punk.
I love Punk though. Is like
You like CM Punk too? All right, let's get off of wrestling. I'm just gonna get
Well,
pissed off.
who's your favorite
I
guy?
mean, anyone who uses Kill Switch Engage as your entrance music is a good person in my book. So
Yeah. That's Roderick Strong. Then he had
this
End of
fire,
Heartache.
isn't that fucking CM Punk?
Yeah, wait, Roderick came out with a Kill Switch song.
Roderick Strong. His finishing move is the End of Heartague, and he would come
Also
out
sick.
to that
I
song
didn't
by
know
Kill
that, but also
Switch.
sick.
Oh yes, I do. Yeah,
He's in
okay,
AEW now.
Yeah. Well,
Again,
and who's your favorite guy then?
In the Fed, Cody Rhodes, without question.
You're giving me crap for liking a hero, and you get the most babyface guy ever. Which, to be fair, I love Cody. Cody's amazing, and I'm so
but he
happy.
can actually wrestle. Cena's
can.
fucking mid as hell. I don't think he's a good wrestler.
Who's not a good wrestler?
Cena.
Now he's not. Now he's
He
not.
never was. He never was. I don't.
He
give a
could
fuck.
he could
Never
tell
was.
a story really well. I think that was the thing, and I think that's where I get gravitated towards, is if you can tell a
Yeah.
story really well, which Cena can.
Yeah.
That's where I get locked in on it.
Yeah, I'm more into wrestling for just the wrestling. I don't give a fuck about the storylines and shit. I just
so
love.
So you're a mark, is what you're saying. I
It
hit
is
you with
true.
that one.
It's true.
We'll talk more wrestling after this. I'm glad that you're a big
Yeah. I was gonna say I got like 2 more questions, 2 or 3 here. So,
Him
what do
and
you all listen to that could be considered a guilty pleasure?
It could be considered.
Oh,
a
If you
guilty
don't
pleasure.
believe in guilty,
Holy fuck!
if you don't
all
believe
we,
in
I think
guilty
all we
pleasures-
listen to is what people consider
Dude,
guilty
man, the
pleasures.
amount of, okay, so like we love, like obviously we love hardcore, metalcore, but like the music I think we listen to the most now that we're older is like not that at all.
Yeah, like I find
let's
I
get
find
it.
myself listening to a lot of pop music, a lot of like, alternative rock stuff. I find myself listening to a lot of.
drop some names that I can make fun of you guys for. That's
Okay,
what I
cool.
wanna hear.
So I'll
Yeah,
tell you right
that's
now.
what this
So
is about.
it took me a while, but I finally got into the Sabrina Carpenter record. It's really fucking good, short and sweet. It's basically 80s Fleetwood Mac, which is a very underrated era of that band. It
That
sounds
sounds
so
sick,
fucking.
actually.
It's a very good record. Really into Dua Lipa is a big one. The last record she put out is fantastic. Great production. The new Weekend record, I've been listening to that a lot. Also great production. However, what else? What other pop stuff do we find ourselves listening to a lot?
I'm a big 1975 guy. Yeah, love 1975. Love Bon Iver.
I also like Bon Iver.
Bon Iver is amazing. I'm
Mm.
trying to think of another. Yeah, like Nick was mentioning, the Sabrina Carpenter record, Dua Lipa is awesome. Dude, Gaga, like through and through, discography of Gaga is amazing.
Mike
You
Parsons.
know,
is very
like
upset with you right
Gaga's
now.
discography. You actually know her full albums, not just her radio hits.
No. Like, dude, like Guy, like Girl Under You, incredible song. And I didn't I liked the song beforehand, but then Colin from Hardlore was like, imagine that as a metal record, or imagine that as a metal song, and
Oh, I'm so
he did a
glad I
little
got a
version of
mute.
it, and I was like, holy shit, that actually rips. Like,
I'm
it's
glad
not,
I have a mute on my microphone, so I wasn't laughing at you the whole
Yeah.
time
Dude.
through that.
dude, it rocks.
Okay.
Gaga
But,
rips.
I mean, yeah, no, we find ourselves. I mean, like for example, like I don't know if I would never consider this a guilty pleasure, but it's definitely not heavy. Like Tears for Fears is one of my favorite bands of all time. Like I find myself revisiting that material a lot. A lot of stuff in that same vein. Like I'm very big into like the '80s kind of like new wave meets alternative rock stuff. Very into
I
that.
didn't hear any of that translate into the songwriting. Not
I'm
yet.
not-
I haven't
I'm
heard the
not-
full
not yet.
EP
I mean,
but
It'll happen at some point, I'm sure. But,
Oh, Depeche Mode, not a guilty pleasure.
Depeche
Depeche
Mode.
Mode fucking rocks.
yeah, I've actually been listening to Violator a lot recently. Really good record. Yeah, no, we're all over the map. I mean, myself personally, like I'd say heavy is about 25% of what I listen to on like any given day, like just like a work day per se. But like then the heavy will find a time where it becomes like all I listen to for a while. Like there'll be like a band or two where I'm just like super fucking invested in like a heavy band, and that's all I listen to for a few days. So yeah, I'm all over the map, and I'm sure you're the same. So
There's a lot of guilty pleasure.
a lot of guilty pleasure.
sounds like it. Jesus Christ. So
We
you
barely
had one
scraped
or,
the surface for the record.
you guys somebody said something earlier that reminded me of this question. What's your most unpopular music take? What's gonna
Ooh.
get
I
Thor
feel like we
drawn
both
at
have
you?
some. So
Jeez, what can we say that's not gonna get us in trouble?
let's talk. Let's shoot. Let's punch up. Let's punch up. Where
Punch
like
I actually want to see you guys get in trouble. That's the main point of this.
That's the main point of this?
Just kidding.
tell me you're a hardcore podcast without telling me you're a hardcore podcast. Yeah.
Right.
Unpopular music take.
Unpopular music take.
That's tough. Shit.
You already said you liked grunge, but I guess that is a
I
popular.
will say
take,
this.
unfortunately.
All right, this has always been my controversial take, is I've always thought Pearl Jam was the least out of all the grunge bands of the big four.
Oh,
I've always found
I'm
Pearl
with
Jam
you.
to be a little bit overrated. That's me.
I don't like any grunge music, so
So
that's
this
fine.
doesn't matter to you, but like some people
That doesn't
would
seem
be-
like that much of
No.
a hot take at all. It's like, oh, Pearl
No,
Jam's
like,
not the best
I've
crappy
always
band
been
in that
Alice in
crappy
Chains,
genre.
Soundgarden, Nirvana, then Pearl Jam. Like that's always the order for me, as far as like, whatever order I'd actually listen to them in.
Oh, I got a hot music take, and I know you're gonna. This will be his. This is the moment where he punches me, and there's no repercussions
Oh,
for it.
I know where you're
Get
going
it.
with this. This is
Get
for
it.
this is anti-nerd in its entirety.
This is for my Slipknot people out there.
Yes. Hello.
I think "We Are Not Your Kind" is better than Volume 3.
You're stupid.
He is stupid.
I'm just saying it. Dude. The riffs are harder. I'm
They're-
just gonna say it right now. The riffs are harder.
But the
on
songs are
record.
not better.
Riffs are harder, but that's
The
what I'm
songs
there
are not
for.
better. There's a couple.
I disagree.
You disagree?
I'm not saying Volume 3 is bad by any stretch. Volume 3 is incredible. I personally just think "We Are Not Your Kind" is that much more incredible.
I don't think so.
I know that's a hot take, and I'm probably the only person in the world that thinks that. But I'm gonna die.
He's
on
also
that
the
hill.
only person in PB that thinks that. For a fun fact, again, this comes
That's
up in the
true.
chat every
Oh,
once
the
in a while.
vests are
and-
coming off. He's rubbing the eyes. He's like, "Holy shit!"
And as a lifelong Slipknot fan too, it just feels offensive. Like it just feels
Yeah,
offensive.
As a lifelong.
It feels
Slipknot
it
fan
feels like
myself,
it
too.
feels offensive to Joey. It feels offensive to Paul.
Oh no, you're guilt tripping me now.
I have to.
Jesus.
I can't deal with this anymore. This
I don't
conversation.
know.
This
I
conversation's
heard-
come up too many
I
times.
heard "Orphan" and I was like, "This is just unbelievable."
Again, I like the record. It's fine, but I just mean like I'm gonna put on Volume 3 all day, every day before I put on "We Are Not Your Kind."
Volume 3 was like their last really good album too, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
In
again,
my
the first
opinion,
three
it's the
Slipknot
last
records
front
are
to
fucking
back.
on parallel.
"We Are Not Your Kind" needs to be up there. It gets roped in with like the I don't want to say the shittier. Well, they've
It's
only
I
they've
will
only
agree.
put out one shit record, and that was the last one. That was actually horrible.
No,
and I'm never. I try my best to not say things are bad. I think I try to say it's not for me, but I legitimately think knowing how talented that band is and how much prowess they have to release a
Yeah.
record like was the end so far. That was the last one they put out.
the end
Was
is
just
near or whatever it's called.
yeah, like that was just a slap in the face to every Slipknot fan, in my opinion. Like
The
you,
end so far, 2022. I got
yeah, my God, I've never been more disappointed as a Slipknot fan. I've
Yep.
never been more disappointed.
That
with
was a
that
very that was a tough listen.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but it was a tough listen.
because even like Point Five's got some tracks. All Hope Is Gone. Now that I'm older and I go back to it, like it's got some riffs. Like it's got stuff. It's just not the best record, but anyway, I'm dying on that hill. I'm probably the only one there. I'll probably just die because people
I mean, I'll
You're
say
dying
last
alone
thing
on
I'll
that
say.
the
for
opinion.
sure.
Last thing I'll say in the matter, it's definitely the best of the post Joey and Paul era Slipknot records for
100%.
sure. But is it worthy of being in the conversation with any of the first three?
Absolutely
I don't think
not.
so.
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
That is
Thank
the
you.
dumbest shit I've heard in a long
And
time.
that's what this question's for, right?
That's exactly what. Yeah, that's exactly.
If we
I
didn't
get
have
told
this-
every week I have a stupid music opinion. I'm like,
Yeah,
all right,
if-
well, I have the microphone, so fuck you.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. If you're not yelling at me, then it's not a controversial opinion.
This is what happens when you give white guys microphones. Something you're gonna piss somebody off at some point.
It seems like it's part of our culture now too. It's like, oh, you're a straight white male. How's your podcast doing? Like we just
Now I can actually say it's going, I guess.
we don't know yet.
Yeah, I don't know
We
yet.
don't know.
Still insane, kill self if normal, start podcast.
yes, I've seen that.
Oh, that meme,
Yeah.
that meme has rotated through our chats.
We're doing it. We've done it in the wrong order. 2026 was supposed to be the podcast year. We fucked up.
We haven't fully developed our frontal lobe yet. but
yeah,
we went straight to
that
the
was
podcast.
2025.
So we might
It
do
shows.
podcast, realize we're insane, and then off ourselves. We'll see.
You guys got a favorite show or tour memory? I guess you haven't done a big like long stretch for tours yet, but
Not for this band, but we've again like
Nick's
we've
done
toured,
quite a bit of touring.
I've done a bit of touring. We did a little bit of like light touring with our old band, but
what's your
question
standout
was favorite
with any band? I guess then with any of your band's favorite show or tour memory.
favorite show or tour memory.
For me, I'll be quick.
Yeah,
For
you
me,
go.
the
I'll
first,
think about it.
I think our first show, as Pneumonia Breath, I think to me that's my favorite show I've ever played.
I agree with that. I mean, as far as favorite show, that's definitely the answer.
It was just really special because, obviously, like the first, you always remember the first one. But I think what was really special about that is we saw so many. We were out of the game for like 4 years, 5 years almost.
Yeah.
And then we come back, play the show. We sold out sneaks before doors,
which was cool.
which
Nice
is a
little-
really nice feeling.
Yeah, thank you everybody for coming. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you all.
Amazing,
And it was beautiful to see because there were so many people from like that era of our old bands that came out to the show that we hadn't seen in years, and I didn't even know they were coming.
Yeah, it was
So like we'd go through like we're going to like get our gear, and I come back and it's like, oh, this guy, I haven't seen you in like 5 years. I haven't seen you in 7. I haven't seen you in 8. And the last time I saw you, we were like pounding beers at the bar, and now you're married with a kid and you got your life together. It's awesome. Like it was cool. There was just so many walks of life, and it was a special time. So I'll never.
But what
forget
was
that.
so special about that too was like again, like you said, like we ran into almost every part of our lives that night, but
Very
so many
cool.
new faces too that we didn't know at all. You know what I mean? And they were already coming to see us. They like already liked our music. It was cool. You know what I mean? It was just like that was kind of one of those. Rarely has a show ever felt magical, and I use that word as lightly as possible. I'm trying not to sound pretentious or anything, but it definitely.
Sure.
It definitely felt like there was an energy in the room that night for sure, and it felt like it was translating between the band and the crowd. And and it was quite the way to start this band, like as a live venture, because took a little while to get us on stage, but once we finally did, it was all worth it, and here we are, still doing it.
So from the beginning then to now, and now what do you see for the future? Like what's next? You got to have a big goal or accomplishment, a venue, a festival you want to play. What is the like before you call it a day? What would you have loved to have accomplished with
Do
Pneumonia Breath?
do we briefly allude to what our 2026 might look like, provided that
I think
provided that everything works out?
like it's not official, but we have like goals that we're setting in 2026 for sure.
because again, like 2025, this year is basically focused on we want to get the album
This
out.
year's over already. Just you're
Pretty
jumping
much.
to 2026 for
Yeah.
We're
It's
planners. We
fucking
need
March,
to,
man.
we
It's
need to
March.
plan ahead.
Relax.
No, we're at a point now because especially Cooper, myself, and Sean, we're all career men. We're all working our day jobs, and
For sure.
everyone, the three of us, now we all have property, and fucking property tax is a fucking scam, and
Yo,
Yeah.
seriously.
It's
all-
robbery. It's
it's
fucking
robbery.
robbery.
Yeah,
Straight up
and,
robbery.
property tax.
So
Hell yeah.
so unfortunately, like, with that, our timetable becomes a little slightly more minuscule. Like Cooper's getting married in a few months. Sean just got
Oh,
married
hey,
last year.
congrats.
Thank you,
Yeah.
brother.
There
Appreciate
you
it.
go.
So
Oh, yeah,
we
man. Very
have
cool.
to be hyper organized, or just the chances of PB stuff happening just falls out the window.
Yeah, running a band when you guys are in like your 30s, and as you become adults, got big kid jobs, big kid responsibilities, it gets crazy hard.
It gets crazy hard, but the way we found it works for us is just hyper planning, right? And just kind of having like blocks of time where it's like, okay, this is PB time. Then that way it's like, we're not expecting too much out of anybody. We can perform PB to our best because we know like this is when it's happening. So, for the rest of this year, basically, we're going to do a couple more runs of shows with a couple different bands. We're working on all that right now. Keep releasing stuff throughout the course of the year. We will have a big full-blown album release at some point. We're working on that as we speak. And then after that, so basically we're trying to cover all of the Canadian ground this year that we can. That like,
Well, Ontario, Quebec. I should
Ontario,
say.
Quebec, that people that want to see us at least. And then
Oh, you guys
next
going
year
to Quebec?
we're aiming in May, provided everything works out. We'll be there in May.
Very cool.
cool. And then we're trying for some other places throughout the course of the rest of the year. And then 2026, our goal is we want to get into the United States. We want to start playing shows around different markets, whether that's, we'll start close to us, places like Detroit, Chicago, New York, yada, yada. We're working out a plan that makes sense, that we can do it while still respecting our lives. And, obviously too, having these jobs, actually helps the band because we're able to do cooler stuff,
Sure.
because we can afford it now, which is nice. But yeah, we're just trying our best to get a little further with it, because again, a lot of us wanted to do more with music when we were younger, but whether it be unfortunate circumstances or drummers or vocalists, something got in the way. And yeah, I just think we're in a position where we're in a band that people seem to want to come see, which is sick. And the word is it's only been going up ever since we've been starting this, and we just want to see what's possible. So maybe this doesn't happen, maybe it does. We're working on it. We're hoping for the best here.
Well, hopefully you look back at this and you hear what you guys were planning for 2026 and you think, oh, fuck yeah, I hit all that.
We hope so. That would be nice.
Manifesting.
We're manifesting it, yeah. Because again,
That's
like, thankfully, because we have so many cool friends, like, and a lot of people that we've gotten to meet through the band, different podcasts like yourself and, other people in different places. Like there's this HDMD podcast in Florida. They've been really big supporters of us and have tried to help us get down to Florida, as well as a couple other different podcasts and different people that we've talked to and different friends. So we're just going to try actually exploring these opportunities that are actually presenting themselves to us. And fuck it, we ball. We'll see what happens.
That's the PB mantra going forward. Fuck it, we ball.
Hell yeah. You guys got any last shout outs, any plugs, any causes you want to talk
Sure.
about? Anything
So,
fall?
Shout
The
out
floor is
underwear.
yours.
Shout out underwear.
Wait,
I'm not
what?
wearing any
Underwear?
Yeah,
Shout out underwear. That's always good to wear.
I'm actually not wearing any right now, fun fact. So
Free balling?
I'm free balling right now.
Yeah,
Again,
that's unacceptable. There's
for
no
the-
rule on not just a
for the
phase.
record,
Don't
I'm so
free
sorry.
ball
I
or
know
don't
this-
tell me.
We brought it up, and I can't
Sure.
I can't be
I
team
asked.
underwear while I'm fucking living a lie. However,
The only thing between him and I is this thin layer of gabardine.
Yeah, that's all I was thinking about too.
Say it ain't so. No, it be so.
you caught me on a Monday, so with my job, Sundays and Mondays are my weekend. So this is basically my Sunday.
So you just don't put on fucking underwear because it's the weekend.
Fuck it, we ball.
Fuck it, we ball.
Fuck it, you balling for sure.
We balling.
Fucking
We
balls.
free ball. We
Listen,
free ball.
If there's a simple pleasure in life, it's wearing sweatpants with no underwear on. That's like this bad.
Wait, we went out in public.
Yeah.
Dude,
This
you're
is-
free balling in public.
this is
ballsy.
breaking news.
Listen,
This is breaking.
this is breaking news. Yeah.
This is breaking news that I just found
Ooh.
out that we went out in public to the LCBO.
Granted, this is not very common for me, the going out in public portion.
It
was
Did
just,
you forget?
again, it's just, again, we knew that we were kind of running on the clock here. Like when he finally got here, we were
It
like,
takes a
Dude,
minute.
you had time to put on
It
underwear.
takes a minute to put on some fucking underwear.
it takes a minute.
Less than a minute.
It takes a
It
minute.
takes less than a
It does take a minute, but I didn't care for it. You know, it's my Monday. Okay, this is my Sunday. You know,
Get a
It's a
fucking
little-
underwear sponsorship for the band. This is out of control.
yeah. We need a Manscaped. Where are you guys at? I heard you guys have good boxers, so
They got their
Or
own
Skims.
boxers.
they have boxers.
Then I love how you know that Manscaped has their own boxers. I don't know that, and you're the one not wearing underwear.
Well, again, you know, I'm doing the market research as we speak, and
Do you have a pair of Manscaped underwear?
and basically what I'm saying is no experience has paralleled the sweatpants with no underwear yet. I'm still working on it. It hasn't happened. So
Wow.
This is riveting stuff.
this is
Thanks for tuning into Not Just a Phase, guys.
thanks for
Came here
yeah
for
not wearing
music,
underwear
I
with sweatpants.
guess.
Not a phase, everybody. This is my life.
Oh wow.
This
What
is
about
not Nick's face? Jesus Christ.
Anyway, so moving forward, I will be wearing underwear at all the Pneumonia Breath shows coming up, which is March 21st.
plug some shit? Yeah.
We are playing London, Ontario at the Eastern Star Temple. We're doing a run with Quan and Jewel Tone, two very sick bands. Quan is from Ottawa Valley, and
Pembroke well, Ottawa Valley. That is
roughly, yeah, they're from that region, and then Jewel Tone's from Buffalo, and yeah, I played with them when I filled in with Street Justice a couple times, and I just kind of got to know the guys. And
Oh, you they were
Tone
there
not-
when you saw them.
Yeah. I was gonna say
yeah,
I've
Jewel
only
Tone
seen
played that show that where we
one-
met. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, they're sick.
That was
They're-
a good show.
Jewel
was
Tone,
exciting.
like I've been screaming them from the rooftops ever since I saw them. Like I haven't seen a band with that much swag in a long time.
No, they do rip. That
They
was
just
really
they
cool.
rip, but it's just like you feel like they rip, but you feel instantly less cool watching that band. Like they're just so cool. They're such a cool band.
Yeah, 100%. I was standing
So-
beside one of the dudes in the pit, and I'm like, I am so underdressed.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Was it Neff?
if it was Neff, the vocalist, that guy's got more swag than
Yeah.
anybody I've ever met.
Neff,
I don't know. I
Neff
was-
is just the coolest guy ever, and I don't think he knows how cool I think he is. But I'll let him know how.
Yeah,
cool he is.
I mean, if he watches this, which I doubt it, but if
Neff,
you watch,
you're the coolest.
yeah, you're the coolest.
And get to
But
the end. Could you imagine?
could you imagine? You know, especially after talking about not wearing underwear for that long.
Yeah, if you had any hope of getting to the end, it ended there.
Yeah. So realistically, this is the part of the podcast I can start talking shit because nobody's here anymore. So
That's why
Anyways.
everyone's left.
So London, Eastern Star Temple, March 21st. Jewel Tone, Quan, Flesh Hook, Torque Down. That's all on that bill. We played Eastern Star Temple like 12 years ago, and this is the first time we're going back since they've started doing hardcore shows there again. Shout out London, Four City Hardcore. Four City Hardcore.
Adam's doing a great job. Of it.
Yeah, he's crushing it out there, and they've been selling out shows at this community center. So that's sick. Those are where the best shows start, and that's where some of the best music is bred, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So stoked to be a part of that. And like it's Flesh Hook's first show. So like it's sick seeing like new music coming out. Then we play our first Toronto headliner since our first show, which is March 22nd at the Baby G. First time playing there. Insane bill. We're very gracious of all the people we were able to squeeze onto this. But we got Rust. We got Perfect Limbs, to go back to the metalcore conversation from earlier. Quan and Jewel Tone, of course, because they're doing the whole weekend with us. And then we have Clobber opening the bill. So it's going to be a long night of ass beating, but we just
And a little metalcore tidbit of information.
yeah. So Rust, their drummer, the drummer of It Dies Today, is filling in for Dylan because he's not going to be around for this show, unfortunately. So
Very cool. Not so much for Dylan, but very cool for
Rust,
in-
yeah. And then not
in
to mention
general.
because the Cade Choir is like one of the best fucking metalcore records of all time. So like the fact
Oh,
that
I thought it was Catalyst.
is it
maybe I've been
Catalyst?
saying it
I
wrong this
mean,
whole time.
again,
Maybe even-
I'm stupid. I mean,
He's not wearing underwear. He
I'm
doesn't
not
fucking know
wearing
anything.
underwear. I'm a different level of primal being at this
I don't know
point.
if you guys
know.
have heard the Catalyst choir, but that's what happens.
Catalyst choir. Again, some of my favorite albums, I don't know the song titles. I'm one of those guys. So
Oh, dude, same. Yeah, no
like,
judgments here.
I've only ever really read it in print. I've never really heard it said out loud too much. So that's my
Me
fault.
either, to be honest. Don't go with me. It might not be the Catalyst choir. It could be the Catalyst choir. That's
So tell you what, if any of the Dies Today guys, especially the drummer who will be at our show, I'll ask him personally, and then we'll get the answer. We'll get to the bottom of this.
There we go.
So, anyways, yeah, shout out It Dies Today, sick ass fucking metalcore band from Buffalo, one of legendary stuff. But yeah, those shows are coming up, and then we'll have some more shows in May that will be announced at some point, and
Record hopefully will come out
in the summer,
end of summer, beginning of fall.
and then we'll do like a full blown album release thing, whatever that looks like, and then that's probably going to be a majority of our year right there. So that's what 2025 looks like for us.
And hopefully Nick wears some underwear.
Again, I'm looking at new outfits right now, and realistically, if they got that drop crotch, could be a free ball summer.
Jesus Christ.
We're never coming on this podcast again.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm not even putting it out. It's
Oh my God.
That's great. No, for real. If anyone's fucking with metalcore heavy music and you haven't heard Pneumonia Breath, that's because they're from Ontario. It's hard for us to get music around internationally. Check that shit out. And if you get the chance to go see them live, go get your fucking eye broken in their pit. It's good times.
www.pneumoniabreath.com. Ticket links are all there. Music videos there. All of our fucking socials and everything. It's all there. So if you're actually interested, I got to do the plug. I got to do the fucking plug. If you're actually interested, it's all there. And anytime we have anything to talk about, it'll all be there. So feel free to check it out.
Hell yeah. Well, thanks so much for you guys coming to chat today. It's been an absolute pleasure and a whole fuckload of chaos.
It's been very chaotic. I hope we didn't ruin this experience for you in any sort of way with our ADHD brains. But here we are.
Fine.
I appreciate you. Thank you for talking.
Yeah,
to us.
these are great questions, by the way. Thank you so much for having us. This was very fun.